honorable members, ladies and gentlemen, allow me in the first place to take this opportunity to register my sincere gratitude to our able President of the Republic of South Sudan and Chairman of the SPLM, His Excellency General Salva Kiir Mayardit, for the trust he has bestowed upon me by assigning me the position of Speaker of the revitalized Transitional National Legislative Assembly of the Republic of South Sudan. Needless to remind you, this is the first time in the history of our country a woman occupies this position.
Welcome back to Celebs Watch 211. On December 27, 2024, iRadio shared photos of the statue on your screen before and after collapsing at the Parliament's premises. In their post, they made reference to the statue as being that of the Right Honorable Speaker, that is Jemma Nunu Kumba, who is currently serving as the Speaker of the National Legislative Assembly in South Sudan. The statue was erected at the newly built Rubb Hall Tent at the Parliament as a symbol of appreciation during the opening of the National Parliament in April of 2024. The media reports indicated that the statue was lying on the ground on Friday, December 27, 2024. However, in efforts to establish the cause of the collapse, the spokesperson of the Transitional National Legislative Assembly, that is Honorable Oliver Benjamin Mori, mentioned that the cause had not yet been established because the Parliament is currently in recess, meaning they are currently on a break from parliamentary sessions.
You are all aware that the Parliament is on recess since the 18th of this month. But we have come to the Parliament today as the leadership of the Parliament, headed by the Right Honorable Speaker Jemma Nunu Kumba, the Deputy Speakers, and some chairpersons of the committees. We came to discuss an issue which is brought by the iRadio, in that one of the journalists came to the Parliament and attributed that there is a statute of the Right Honorable Speaker Jemma Nunu Kumba which was broken within the premises of the Parliament. And this story went viral in all the social media. So the purpose of this meeting, which was held, was actually to clarify about this statute.
The images trended not only because of the collapse of the statue, but also because of linking the statue to the speaker. The majority of the social media users did not shy away from asking themselves what exactly has Honorable Jemma Nunu Kumba done to deserve such an honor. From the comments, it appears that many people do not really understand or recognize the fact that Honorable Jemma Nunu Kumba has gone down in history as the first woman to ever hold the position of the Speaker of the National Assembly of South Sudan, which is a very big deal.
I'm honored to be one of you on this remarkable day in the history of our beloved country, the Republic of South Sudan. We came here to be sworn in as members of the revitalized Transitional National Legislative Assembly, provided for in the revitalized agreement for the resolution of conflict in the Republic of South Sudan. This occasion therefore marks another key milestone in the process of the implementation of this important agreement. We have just commemorated such as July, our Martyrs' Day, when we honor our fallen heroes and heroines who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. This is also the day we lost the founding father of the nation, late Dr. John Garang Dimobio, the flag bearer of our heroines and heroes.
During a press conference on December 28, 2024, Honorable Oliver Mori Benjamin refuted the social media claims indicating that the statue belongs to Honorable Jemma Nunu Kumba. He explained that an artist wanted to decorate the compound of the parliament, especially around the new hall that was recently built. That was before its inauguration in April of 2024. And as a result, the artist crafted a statue of a woman to symbolize the hard work and resilience of South Sudanese women.
The statue does not belong or is not of the Right Honorable Speaker, nor did she authorize the making of this statue in the Parliament. For your information, you will recall that our side hall adjacent to the main building was constructed and was officially inaugurated by His Excellency the President of the Republic, Comrade Salva Kiir Mayardit. On that day, there is an artist who thought of making beautification of the compound and around the new hall which was to be inaugurated. So this artist decided to make a statue as a sample of a hard-working woman in the Republic of South Sudan, but not the Right Honorable Speaker. That was what the artist did and placed it near the new hall which was constructed lately. He also made some artistic articles of pigeons, some animals, some flowers, which, as you can see around that building and even here in the front, those things were all made to make that event to be colorful.
Honorable Oliver expressed his disappointment with the iRadio, indicating that one of their journalists sneaked into the parliament premises without seeking permission from the parliament leadership, took the photo of the collapsed statue, and then shared the photo with unverified information that linked the statue to the Speaker of the National Assembly.
The leadership of the parliament, however, is dismayed by the story made by the iRadio. First of all, one of their staff came into the parliament without even taking permission. He sneaked in and went and took photo of this statue, which was pushed down. Who pushed it? Nobody is identified to have done it. Maybe it was a car which was reversing and knocked it down. But they went and wrote that false story, associating it with the Right Honorable Speaker.
As a result, the parliament has demanded an official apology from iRadio for the misinformation.
So as parliament, we are demanding an official apology from iRadio for publishing a false story which is attributed not to the Speaker, but for the image of the whole parliament in the Republic of South Sudan. You will recall, colleagues, that in our previous conferences, we said all journalists, when they are coming to the parliament, they should carry along with them their IDs to prove that they have been licensed to cover events in parliament. And we did tell them that day if you will remember, that photographs to be taken in the parliament are only within the plenary, inside there. Nobody, no journalist is authorized to come and start taking photos within the compound of the parliament without authorization. But still, iRadio went ahead to do that.
Some people jokingly said that the statue fell because of the unpaid salaries for the government employees. As the issue of unpaid salaries came up severally, Honorable Oliver reiterated that the work of the parliament is to make and pass laws, not to implement them. He also disclosed that the members of parliament have not yet been paid for the last 11 months due to lack of funds.
Other points which people are attributing to the parliament is this issue of the salaries. That maybe it is the parliament which is delaying the payment of salaries and so on. The role of the parliament is to legislate laws, to pass the budget, but the parliament is not responsible for the implementation of the budget. Once it is passed, it is taken to the executive, and they have their ways there of how they implement, execute the budget. This one is not the responsibility of the speaker or the members of parliament if people have not been paid their salaries. And by the way, put in your minds also, even the members of parliament, for the last 11 months, they have not been paid. So how do you complain that the parliament is the one delaying payment of salaries? If that salary was there, and if they were responsible for it, they would have paid themselves. But this has not happened.
To emphasize on how tight the funding is, Honorable Oliver explained that South Sudan did not participate in the just concluded East African Community Games due to lack of funds. This angered a lot of people as the games were seen as a great opportunity for promoting regional integration and mutual understanding amongst the East African countries.
There are other instances also which happened some few days back, which the public are concerned about it. And this includes the East African Games, which was supposed to take place in Mombasa, Kenya. Due to the same constraints of finances, our parliamentary team could not go to Mombasa to take part. So it is not the right honorable speaker who has stopped them from going. It is our economical situation which has made us not to travel. So it cannot be associated to an individual as a speaker or as members of parliament. This is a situation we are in, and we are sure it will come to pass, and we shall be well again. We will pick up economically.
And last but not least, he advised the journalists to be credible and avoid publishing any controversial issues that are based on one-sided and unverified narratives.
Maybe final point I want to remind you as our journalist, please be a credible journalist. Get information from the right source. Don't publish a one-sided story. If I were in the place of iRadio, I have found this, I would have made an effort to find out, say from the spokesperson of the parliament, or even why not the speaker. Her door is always open 24 hours so that you get the other side of the story. But to publish one-sided story, that is an incitement, and that is an abuse to the person even whom you are writing against. This is a statue for the women of South Sudan. Why should iRadio be against the women of South Sudan? And why should they pick the Right Honorable Speaker? I think such writings, let us do our best to avoid them. Whenever you find such a situation, come to the Office of the Information in the Parliament. We are always there. Even if we are now on recess, but 24 hours we are available. As you can see, this is Saturday. We are supposed to be at home. But when issues arise like this, we come to the office. We would advise you strongly that please, if you are not sure of a story, come to the office of the Information Committee in the Parliament. If any one of you has got a question to ask for clarification, you are most welcome.
Honorable, thank you so much for bringing out the clarification, because what people have been seeing in the social media, they all assume that this statute is for the Right Honorable Nunu Kumba. And also, do you think that the person who pushed it or the car that knocked it could be thinking that politically is punishing maybe Nunu Kumba, but to our surprise, it's not?
Yes, you are right there. You see, first of all, let me tell you something about the statute. It's not just anybody you make his or her statute. Here in the Republic of South Sudan, we met all the people of South Sudan, decided and agreed that because of the role made by the leader of our hero, Dr. Gereng, we have to make a statue for him. We have to make a ground for him, a museum for him. And it is always done after the person is no more. He is honored by those who are left behind so that people follow his or her legacy. What could be the point of Right Honorable Nunu Kumba, who is still serving as a Speaker of the Parliament, to have a statue for that? No reason at all. In other situations, in other countries, the statutes are done by people who have chosen for themselves to be dictators. You have the issue in Syria. You have the issue in Iraq. When they made the statutes for themselves, have they survived? Never. So, the Right Honorable Speaker has not authorized the making of a statue for herself. And even that small statue which is there can be lifted even by a kid. And how short it is, the design of the head and so on. Does it really resemble the Right Honorable Speaker?
That's what people are saying.
That is what they think. But if they had come to us, we would have told them, as we are now telling you, that thing does not belong to the Right Honorable Speaker. Nor did she authorize the making of that statue. This message must go clear to our viewers, our readers. Yes?
Yes, Honorable. The post of iRadio has actually angered the Parliament, and you are demanding an apology. In case that fails to happen, what next?
Yeah, that is a very good question. The fact that we are asking iRadio to apologize is just a gesture of goodwill to iRadio. We feel they have caused a very big damage to the Parliament and the image of women in South Sudan, not that of the Speaker. This is why we are demanding that Otherwise, the law can take its course. And you, as journalist, you have the freedom. But your freedom cannot also affect or insult the freedom of others. The question you are asking is not us as parliament, what are you going to do next if iRadio refuses to apologize? I'm simply saying it's a good gesture from the leadership of the parliament that we are requesting the iRadio to apologize for that, because mistakes are human.
If there's one thing that I found rather interesting in this press conference, then it's Honorable Oliver speaking of the freedom of the press. That is when he was asked what the parliament would do if iRadio fails to issue a public apology. This question reminded me of the incident that happened about a month ago when Honorable Michael Makwelo had allegedly made iRadio to apologize to him for misquoting what he had said regarding the increment in tariffs without putting it into the right context. Let me know what your thoughts are regarding this incident, and also please consider subscribing if you haven't. That would help with promoting the channel as it increases visibility to other people who are potential subscribers. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.